Why do we daily receive such images from the Middle East? Well, the answer to this question lies 100 years back in the past. Exactly 100 years ago, World War I raved and devastated Europe. And in this war, on 16th of May 1916, a secret agreement was signed by diplomat Mark Sykes for Great Britain and by diplomat Sykes Picot for France to bring the Ottoman territories in the Near East under French and British sphere of influence, and therefore to control the whole Middle East should the Triple Entente succeed in defeating the Ottoman Empire. The agreement allocated to France control of southeastern Turkey, today's region of Syria, northern Iraq and Lebanon. Great Britain got control of today's region of northern Iraq, Jordan and parts of Palestine. In doing so, promises of Britain to the Arabs were betrayed. In a correspondence between Henry McCohen, commissioner in Egypt, and Hussein ibn Ali, Sharif of Mecca, McCohen promised to Hussein the Arabic independence from the Ottoman Empire if the Arabic tribes start an armed rebellion against the Ottomans. In a letter to Hussein, McCohen said, Great Britain is prepared to recognize and support the independence of the Arabs within the territories included in the limits and boundaries proposed by Sharif of Mecca. Due to the cooperation with Britain, Hussein hoped to establish a big Arab kingdom from the Gulf of Aden to the Taurus Mountains in the southeast of Turkey. But his plans were completely dropped after the Conference of San Remo and the Peace Treaty of Sèvres, where modern-day borders in the Near East as we know today were decided. In the Sykes Picot Agreement, ethnic and religious differences of the population in this region were not considered. Therefore, war, terrorist attacks and violence in the second half of 20th and 21st century dominated this region. Especially the founding of Israel in 1948 increased tensions between Israelis and Palestinians, and the contrast between Sunnis and Shias got to a new level of hostility. We now take a look at how the different ethnicities and religious groups are spread in the Near East. Most of the Shia Arabs live along the border to Iran in southern Iraq and in the region of Levante. Kurds live mostly in southeastern Turkey, northern Syria and Iraq. Central Syria and Iraq are heavily populated by Sunni Arabs. You can clearly see that the artificial borders go straight through various ethnic and religious groups, separating same tribes of people or randomly scrapping probably hostile tribes together. The ongoing Syrian civil war was the catalyzer of the local conflicts between the different tribes and made everything out of control. Different local war parties put their efforts in gaining more power and to making autonomous regions and states contrary to the boundaries of Sykes-Picot, like ISIS, the Kurdish Armed Forces, or the FSA. One ISIS fighter even said, "That's the so-called border of Sykes-Picot. We never recognize it and we will never recognize it. We will break up the other borders too, so God will." The future will tell us if we are facing to another Sykes-Picot defined by foreigners, or finally to boundaries which were defined by local people.